And here is game 3 between mBn and XPN. This is going to be on Teldarim. No. This is going to be on GSL Terminus. I'm looking at the map and I'm like, no, it's not. Terminus SE, I did set up the map pool myself, of course. And for some reason, I was thinking Teldarim for the entire time, even though I didn't know it was Terminus SE. We did a huge discussion about which version of Terminus it was going to be, and here's mBn's Jinx going to be spawning as the yellow Zerg player. On the other side, it is going to be I am a Zerg King. XPN is spawning for XPN over here, and it does look like he's done the extractor trick. We'll see what these Zerg players decide to pull out as their tricks on this map. Terminus, it is a gigantic map, so we'll see what they do to get to the long game, to be able to survive to the long game. Both players doing the extractor trick. And keep in mind, XPN is down 2-0, so if they lose this game, they will lose 3-0 to mBn Jinx. And Jinx over here is sending out his first drone, probably to go scouting. Yeah, there we go. It is going to go scouting, and we will see if either player decides to go for that really risky first expansion, or if somebody decides to go for any sort of fast gas. There's that faster gas, as well as the spawning pool, and there's a spawning pool. We'll be able to get up that Zergling speed. And the Zerg King over here going to immediately begin mining that gas, and his opponent is just making drones for the moment. Jinx is still scouting around the map. He's probably going to find XPN next scout. Yeah, he's headed in the right direction, and it does look like Jinx has gone hatch first, and against this Zergling speed build, it could spell trouble, especially if your two bases are not linked. Over here, mBn Jinx needs to do something to be able to defend against these Zerglings that are sure to be on the way. The Zerg King is going to be mining those 100 minerals real soon. We'll be able to start that Zergling speed as soon as that spawning pool finishes, and there it is finishing up. And there's the Zergling speed getting started, as well as the first queen. Still more drones coming out of mBn Jinx. He's very focused on that late game. Still no spawning pool, so this could spell a lot of trouble for him. And he's got a spawning pool building on no creep. I guess he did build a hatch over there and try to cancel it and then build a spawning pool on that last spot of creep over there. So mBn Jinx, very strange positioning for his spawning pool. I'm not sure why he did that. A Baneling Nest is on the way for Zerg King XPN, so he's not interested in playing this at all. And a couple of Zerglings are headed out across the map, going to be checking where his opponent is. This Overlord is also definitely heading in the right direction. One Overlord is also checking over here. We'll soon find that his opponent is not in that position. That spawning pool is coming up. A Spine Crawler is on the way, so we'll see if he's able to defend against this. And he should have been able to spot in here. No, he has not. And there is a hatchery coming up over here as well for Zerg King. That one Spine Crawler, it's got to be able to hold off all of these Zerglings though. And it does look like the Zerglings are going to be advancing in here. They can actually just slip up the ramp and try to do some damage in the main, and running forward over there, and they are going to be slipping into that main. And there's not much for defense over here from mBn Jinx, and he's pulling all of his drones to try to defend against those few Zerglings, but it's just a lot of wasted mining time. All his drones just kind of milling around that queen, trying to get into the action right now. He's going to have to throw down a couple more Spine Crawlers if he wants to hold off against those Banelings. 6 Zerglings, 4 Banelings in production right now. Additional Spine Crawler coming up for mBn's Jinx. And more Zerglings getting rallied to the front. It looks like my mouse is doing some jiggling action, and those Banelings have been morphed, and they are headed into the main of mBn Jinx. And none of the drones are there yet. They're headed milling in with the drones. A couple of drones do get killed. A lot of drones do escape to the natural expansion. And the queen does go down to the Banelings. Nothing mining in the main. A couple of drones coming out over here, and the Zerglings running into the main. Going to be able to clean up the main very easily. There's not much going on over there for mBn's Jinx. He's going to have to produce a lot more Zerglings to be able to defend against this. 16 Zerglings popping out for XPN right now for Zerg King. And a couple more Banelings getting morphed at the front. Not interested in this long game at all. More Zerglings just streaming out. Zerglings, Banelings for the win. We'll see if he's able to break in there shortly. Zerglings now getting produced for mBn's Jinx, but against Banelings, those are very fragile units. A couple more Zerglings running into the main. One of those getting cancelled from being a Baneling. These Zerglings will be able to clean this up very easily. No, not quite. That Queen was doing plenty of damage. However, mBn's Jinx not very utilizing his main at all. He's got super saturation over here, but not quite able to do much. More Banelings getting morphed in. More Zerglings going to be rushing in here right now. And those Banelings are leading the charge. We'll see how much damage they are able to do. Those Banelings headed over here. All the drones are clumped up. Oh, all the drones going down. Oh no, what a terrible position for Jinx to be in. He's trying to produce as many Zerglings as he possibly can, but it's just not going to be enough. LOL says Jinx. GG calls Jinx. And this game does go to XPN, so they do hang on to play game 4.